Hello everyone, welcome to part 4 of React.js tutorial with Laravel for beginners. And in this video, we are going to fetch data from our get user API to show on our React app. And that we are going to do via Axios. Axios is a JavaScript library that is useful to send and receive HTTP requests from the server. If you remember, we have done Axios with Vue.js as well a few years back with Laravel. Okay, my current members, my long time members must know about Axios. That is the replacement of Ajax. Okay, so in apps we use more Axios. Okay, this term will comes a lot when we will talk about APIs, when we will talk about a web or mobile application. Okay, so it's the way to send or receive HTTP requests. Okay, like we have done that API in the last video. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to run my code. After that, we are going to practically explain. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to run two things here. One is the front end I'm going to run, and one is the back end. Okay, so this is the React app, this is the front end code, and this is the back end code. So our app is having two types of code, like I have already explained. One is the front end and one is the back end. So for becoming the full stack developer, you need to learn both. We so far working on the back end only. Laravel, we are doing from the last 3-4 years. We have done everything in Laravel, e-commerce website, dating website, everything in Laravel. But now it's the time to make the applications, web applications and mobile applications as well, that we will also do. Okay, so now we need to run both in our system. So first of all, the React, we are going to run our React. So in Mac, we just right click on the project folder and new terminal folder, and here we are going to run the command npm start. Okay, so we have already installed the npm node.js that will help us to run our projects and can install the packages from the npm as well. So it will take few seconds, and you can see it run our application. Okay, so this thing we have done a few videos back. We able to show the simple button as well as the bootstrap button by importing the bootstrap class. Okay, so I have already told you that in React we need to import everything. Okay, so we need to install the packages. Okay, there are separate packages available, like for bootstrap, for router, every package we need to install separately, and for the Axios as well we need to install its package. Okay, so that will help us to get the data from Laravel and to show on the app. I hope that it's clear to you. And see, I'm going to run this one Laravel 9 project as well. Okay, I'm going to run this one as well. New terminal folder, I'm going to run php artisan serve. Okay, Laravel project we used to run like this. And now I am going to check the API that we can also run on our browser. Okay, API and user. Okay, this one we can also run on our browser. See, we need to run the XAMPP as well, Apache server. Okay, see, make sure that you will run the XAMPP, you will run the Laravel Laravel project as well as the React app. Okay, so everything you need to run first, only then we can able to work on our React app. Okay, so I'm going to run our XAMPP server. In Mac we need to do like this. Okay, in Windows as well you need to run your Apache server. If you have installed XAMPP or web, run your Apache server. Okay, so it will take few seconds. Okay, so now it's done. Now we're going to refresh and see our API is running now. Okay, and in the last video we able to run the API in our VS code as well. We can also open that VS code, that is Visual Studio Code. Okay, so this one also we can open, and I will show that we have installed that Thunder, that what is that name, this one Thunder client we able to install in the first video. and this Thunder client we can run for the APIs, for the testing of the APIs. Okay, so our main point is like this data we can able to show on our React app with the help of Axios, and Axios we need to import to our React app. It will not work like this. So to install the Axios, there is the command npm install Axios. Okay, so that we need to run. So that is the first command that we are going to run. Okay, so for that I will run one more here, like right click services, new terminal folder. And if you are Windows, if you are in Windows, that you can go inside your project folder, and you know that you can run your like right click, you can do the git bash here, or you can run the command prompt, okay, to run your project. Okay, so now see, I'm going to close this one. And okay, so here I'm going to install the Axios, and that we can do with the npm. Like I have already told you, npm will help us to install, update the packages, and run the packages as well, run the React app as well. So these are the benefits of npm, and npm works in the same way like the composer do. Okay, so npm install Axios, Axios. Okay, so these are the spelling. Okay, so see, it starts installing this one. Okay, so it will help us, and it has been done. Now see, we need to import this Axios in our file as well. So this visual file, and we will in app.js file, we will import this one. Okay, so we are going to import here, import, we are going to import Axios. See, it automatically comes here. You can see import Axios from Axios. Okay, so this happened because we have already installed uh, the extension here for VS Code, that React extension from for VS Code, that helps us to write the code automatically. Okay, so import Axios from Axios, so that we can work, we can take the help of Axios extensions, Axios packages, Axios class, Axios objects in our code. Okay, so now what we are required to do, okay, so we want to show our users data. You can see here these users we want to show. Okay, and even we can open the database as well, from where we have got these users. Okay, so this Laravel 9 project here, we know that we have created with the php artisan migrate command, we able to insert these tables, and we able to insert these users. And you can see that these are the two users that we want to display on our React app. Think that this app is your mobile, in your mobile. Okay, this is a kind of mobile, and you want to show some of the data that you have added from your admin panel. Okay, so admin panel is in the Laravel, and you have added some of the entries in the admin panel, and you are showing in your e-commerce website as well. Like we have created the so many e-commerce website, and you are showing there is no issue. But now you want to show on the app as well, both in iPhone as well as the Android app. Okay, or you want to show in the web application, like I have explained you in the first video. In web application you want to show, then you need to do these kind of things like we are doing right now. Okay, so these kind of activities, these kind of coding you are required to do. Okay, so that you can show on the mobile app, or you can show on the web app. Currently we are trying to show the data on the web app. Okay, so see here, so these entries we want to show, and for that we are going to use one thing here. We are going to use state here. Use state is the syntax. Okay, use state, I'm going to mention this one. Use state that we are going to use so many times, we are going to use many times. See, it actually comes here, use state in React. Okay, so we will try to understand this one. I'm going to open the first two links so that I can explain you. See, using the state hook. So what is the state hook, what is the use state? Okay, these are kind of things that I am going to explain you practically as well as theoretically. Okay, here we are going to do the practically, and but I am going to tell you in brief that see here. So use state is a kind of a hook, and hooks are the new addition in React 16.8. So I'm going to tell you like see, use state is a React hook that lets you add a state variable to your component. So I'm going to explain you where our okay. So here you can see there are two types of components, functional components, that I'm going to explain you in the further videos, but right now just see one thing, like in PHP, if we are going to initialize and some a variable like there is the variable like $name equal to Amit. Okay, we used to do like this. Okay, in PHP, in Laravel itself we used to do like this. Okay, we will assign the name to the variable, but in React we can't do like this. So React is having his own way to initialize the variables like this, so that we can use at other places. Okay, so this is a kind of the functional component. You can see that we are working inside the function. That use state, that is a type of hook that helps us to work with these variables. Okay, so there is this syntax of the use state. You can see this is the syntax of the use state, and this syntax we are required to use a lot in for our React app. We are going to use it again and again. Okay, so see what does this syntax means. See, this is the constant. Okay, this is the constant, and this is the variable, and this is the function. So see, this means that this constant variable, this first variable, and this function keeps on updating this variable. This is the constant variable that keeps on updating, and this use state helps us to work on this task. Okay, I'm going to explain you with an example that will help you to clear few things. Okay, I will make my own example here. uh, I am going to take some test here. Okay, so see here, one constant, this is the constant. Okay, and I am going to start the brackets, that square brackets, and first one is the test. Okay, I'm going to take the test, and second one is the set text. Okay, so first one is the simple test variable, and second one is the set text that keeps on updating from time to time. If you remember that we have done in PHP while loop. If you remember the while loop, like $I equal to 1. Okay, and we want all the variables up till all the numbers up till 10. Okay, so how we can do that? While $I less than or equal to 10. Okay, and after that this brackets, I hope it is clear to you. I enlarge the side. Okay, so see, $I equal to 1. Sorry. Okay, $I equal to 1. Then while $I less than equal to 10, then inside this one we will do something like echo test. Okay, suppose like this. So what is happening here? Here this is a kind of the test, and this is a kind of the set test. So what it will happen? See here, we will have some test here, some response is coming, or we can do one thing here. We will not do like this. We will do something like $I plus plus. Okay, or some other variable. We will take some one more variable like $count or something else. $count suppose 3, and we are going to do like $count plus plus. So it will keeps on executing 3 4 5 6, and what is the result of the $count here? Okay, so it will work up till when id is 10, then it will stop. Okay, so this is the set test and this is the test. This is the kind of the example that I want to explain you that what's happening here. This is the constant variable and there, and this one is keeps on updating. Okay, so after that equal to, then it will come like use state here. Okay, use state is the syntax. Okay, and that will help us what we want to print something, like we want to print like this is test, this is test variable of rect. Okay, of rect. Okay, and this one. And now what I'm going to do, I am going to print this test. This test is a kind of variable that we can print in our return. Here I'm going to add this one, I'll do rect, and here I'm going to add this one like span, and then I will print here test. We need to add the curly brackets like this. Okay, so let's see what will happen there. I'm not sure, some kind of error has come. Okay, I need to remove this one. This one just I have explained you, this will not, PHP code will not work here. Okay, so now see use state is not defined. We are going to check why this issue is coming. Actually this error is coming because we have not added the use state. We need to import this use state as well in our React. Okay, so I have told you that we need to import everything, every packet that we are going to use, that we need to include that. Use state is not defined, and for that see this one, we need to include this one, like I have explained you that we need to include. So we will do this one, import React, we need to include this one only, then it will work. We will do like this. Okay, so now see, now we are going to check once again, and where is our code? Our code is here. Now it is working fine, and you can see here, this is the test variable of React, it is printing. Okay, so what we have done here, we simply print the message, we initialize the variable in React and we simply print it. Okay, so this is the way to print the variable in React. Okay, so in the simple words, I am explaining you in the simple word, this is the way to print the data in on your React app. Okay, so see here, it looks a bit complex. The way we have done it looks a bit complex, but the simple way is to just print the data. Okay, here we have seen that this test is the variable for us. Okay, and this test is we have printed here, you can see. And what, from where the data comes from the use state. Okay, use state helps us to get the data, and set test helps us to get the data from the use state, and see use state bring the data to the set test, and set text finally prints the data in the test variable, that is the constant variable. Okay, so this is the concept of use state. Okay, so see in this one, this data we want to dynamically show, we want to show this data, user data, we want to show here. Okay, in the use state, so that we are going to do. And another example, I'm going to show you the another example here that they have given, that react.js or the that website, React formal website have given. So this is the constant variable count, set count, where is the example here. Okay, so here you can see this is the example of like incrementing the count, like if we click on the button, its count keeps on incrementing. Okay, so see this one, declare a new state variable, like I have explained you that we able to declare the variable here. Okay, and which we will call count. So count variable we have declared here. Simple way to declare the variable here, with this syntax we able to declare the variables in our React. Okay, and we have initialized it with this use state. Okay, and use state brings the data to our count variable. Okay, so this one we are going to use in this button code. I'm going to copy this one and going to paste after this button, this button. Okay, so I'm going to try this one, this code. where here it is, and see, if we will click on click me, and it keeps on incrementing. See here, 1 2 3. Okay, so it keeps on incrementing. So all this is happening with the help of the use state. Okay, use state, you can, in simple words, you can say that it is the predefined function, it is the keyword of the rect. Okay, anything. Okay, uh, but see, it is a kind of the because hook is a part of the rect introduces the hook, see to otherwise we need to import the classes, but rect wants some fast process. So for that they build the hook, so that we are not required to import the class every time. Okay, so this is the kind of the concept that you need to learn these kind of things in React. Okay, so now we want to practically show these details, these user details, so that we are going to do now. Okay, so for that we will take another use state variable we are going to declare now. Okay, for getting the user data. Okay, so I will take one more constant variable. Here I will write uh, declare a declare user constant variable, use user variable to fetch user data from database. Okay, via Axios. Okay, that's why we have installed this Axios, Axios. Okay, so just now see the code. Okay, you will come to know slowly when we will progress. I will keep you explaining, and then you are going to understand. So there may be few things that you not able to understand, and it's become tough as well sometimes to explain, because the concepts are like this. Sometimes we need to cram a few of the things. Okay, because there is no meaning for some of the syntax. Okay, so now see, we want to declare. So main thing is that we need to build the app for our client will not ask us that how you build this one, means what is this thing, why you have done. He will not ask, but just the thing is that we need to do the task. Okay, some task is assigned to us and we need to do the task. Yeah, we need to understand those things as well, but in a few of the cases, if we not able to understand 100% of the things, then don't worry. In means from you, if you will try again and again, you are going to learn that, but a few things take time. Okay, so now I'm going to declare here constant variable once again, const. Okay, and this time I want to make the variable as user. Okay, and I will make it like set user. Okay, that will help us to set the variable for the user. Okay, then use state once again that we are going to use, then these brackets. Okay, so what I will do within these brackets, I will not print any kind of data, but I will here declare here the empty array, because we will get the array from the users database. Okay, so I will declare it as empty. Okay, so another variable, another constant variable I'm going to take now, constant fetch data. I'm going to take the variable fetch data. Okay, and here is the syntax is empty brackets, and after that it will look like this is the kind of the syntax for returning the Axios data from the database, and return Axios. Okay, dot get, we are going to get the data. Sorry, wrong spelling mistake, Axios dot get. Okay, Axios dot get helps us to get the data. From which link we are going to get? Okay, here the link will come from where we can able to get this link. Okay, we want to get this data, so it will get here from this link. Okay, so after that once we have got the data, semicolon will not come. Then Okay, so this is kind of a syntax that we need to learn. Okay, then dot, then it will come like dot, then okay, then response will come like this, response. Okay, so here it will come like this, response is set user and response dot data users. Okay, so this is the code that we have written to get the data from the URL. Okay, from our API, from our get API. Okay, to get the data, user data from the database, from the get API. Okay, so after writing this code, now we need to get the data here, like we used to do for each loop. See, suppose here the data comes in an array. See, data comes in the users array here. Okay, so this users array, we need to get display here. And okay, so one more thing we need to do here, there's another thing, use effect. Use effect, there is the another syntax that we need to write here. Okay, so I will clear everything in the future videos, but right now I want to show you practically that how we can get the data from the database, how we can get the data from our APIs. Okay, so otherwise this code, uh, you will not easily get fetch data like this. Okay, so this fetch data we have called here under use effect. Okay, so this fetch data we have called here under use effect. Okay, so now we have the data in the users array and we want to print that here somewhere. Okay, like here I will add like uh, h1 user list. Okay, I want to print here the complete data. I am going to print in list. Okay, ul. Okay, inside ul, and here I am going to use that user, and user is our array, kind of array, and here the length of the array must be greater than 0. Okay, the length of the array must be greater than 0. And like we used to do the for each, here the syntax is we need to use the map here. Instead of for each, we need to use the map here. Okay, then user object like this. Okay, then index like this. Okay, so here we are required to bracket start like this. Then here the li will come. In li we are going to have that key, then user object, this user object. Okay, that we have taken there. So user object dot id, and this one we will close. And here once again user object will come, and this time we are going to print the name. So that's why we are going to take the name. This is identical to the for each loop. You are going to understand, I'm going to explain you. Okay, so that you everything will be clear to you. So I'm going to check once, user list here, nothing is coming. What is here is name, but here nothing is coming. We need to check what is the issue here. Okay, so actually here we have taken response data, but data is not coming in any kind of, I think it is coming in users array there, but it is not coming in any kind of array. It is coming straight away. Here you can see there is no array, is it is coming straight away. Okay, so I'm just save it. I will remove this one as well. Okay, so now it must work fine. See here, now the data is coming. Okay, so actually earlier on I have put here users. I think that I have put the data in some users. I'm going to show you, like if I will open the Sublime test and will open my project here, uh, Laravel 9 project. If I'll open with I'm going to open my this one Laravel 9 project, and here I am going to open that code here where we have written controllers API controller. Okay, so you can see it is coming straight away, and we can also put it in JSON response. We can put it in some kind of array. Okay, so there is the better way to return the data from here. Okay, I'm going to show you that how you can do that. Okay, so see, I will just here comment this one, and now I will return like the return response in JSON, response JSON. Okay, and I am going to put the complete array in the users array itself. Okay, users array like this one, and then we are going to take this one get users. Okay, and with the response code, there is a response code that we need to send to the app. This 200 response code, 200 response code means successful. Okay, okay, so this is the correct syntax. Whenever we will write the endpoints, endpoints means the APIs for the app developers, we need to write such kind of code with the response code. Please watch the API series that we have done a few months back, the Laravel API series, that will help you to understand this kind of syntax in a lot better way. Okay, you will come to know about the response codes, you will come to know about that how to return the data, how to put the data in array or sub array. Okay, like this. So now this is the correct way. Now it will change the array. We are going to see that it will change it. It will put everything in the users array. This is the users array, and it will put everything in the user array. Here, see, I'm going to show you here. Then it will be more clear. uh, Going to run this one uh, here in API users. Okay, I'm going to bring it here. Okay, you can see I'm going to send. Now see, now it is showing you like this. Okay, it is putting in one array, users array, and all the users will come inside the users array. This is the users array. Okay, so now again, once again it will stop working. See, now it is not coming because we are not executing the users array there. So we need to get the data in the users array. So for that we need to update once again. See here, like we have done earlier, we need to here have the users array here. Okay, users array. Okay, now we are going to check. Okay, it must come. Now you can see it has come now, because we have added the users array. Earlier on it was the it was empty, but now we have added the users array, and you can see we able to fetch the results here. Okay, so I will explain you further with a more explained manner. I'm going to tell you about the components in detail. Okay, in the whiteboard I'm going to explain you about the components. I'm going to explain you about the use state. I'm going to explain you about that how to declare the variables. Means simple things we are going to do. We are going to make the navigation as well. See here how badly we are doing the things. We are going to do in a proper way, one by one. Here my thing is that everyone wants to know that how we can show the data from Laravel to the app. So this is the kind of the example that we are showing the data from the Laravel and to the app. From the Laravel you are showing the data. This is the Laravel data that you are, and Laravel is connected with the database. Okay, and from database and via Laravel, and then Axios help us to brings the data to here. Now you can see HTTP request. See, one server is interacting with the another server. One folder is interacting with the another folder. See, Laravel 9 folder is interacting with the React app folder. How the things are connected with each other. See, everything is helping. Laravel 9 is helping to get the data from the database, and Axios is helping to get the data from the Laravel 9 and to pass it to the React app. Okay, and this kind of use state is helping to print those data. Okay, use state is helping us to create the variable, declare the variable, and so that we can use this data. And those mapping is a kind of thing, like this one map is help us in the for each kind of loop that we have done here. Okay, you can see here user data is coming, and we have checked the length that user must be at least one array must be there, one element must be there, only then it will work. So this is the kind of the syntax. Slowly you will come to learn. So it will take time, so don't worry, everything we will learn step by step. So keep watching these videos. Okay, so that's all for now. Please try at your end, and if you face any issue you can surely contact me. So that's all for now. Have a nice time.